Hello world, welcome back to another hot sauce review on That Hot Sauce Guy. This week we are going to try another sauce by Yellowbird out of Texas. This is their Blue Agave Sriracha. I've reviewed several of the sauces from Yellowbird, and so far I've liked all of them, so I would suspect that this will be no different in that regard. And this will also be a bit of a toning down heat-wise. Just because sriracha generally isn't that spicy, it's almost like a slightly spicy ketchup, you could say, which makes it actually I think a fairly good entry-level hot sauce. It's kind of good on everything. And like I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of the packaging that Bluebird uses. I really like the squeeze bottle. It just really helps to control the amount that you're dispersing, and I think that is great. So for ingredients, red jalapenos, no surprise, organic blue agave nectar, so that'll be bringing the sweetness. And that's actually kind of interesting right there too, just because if you look on a lot of, several companies make sriracha now, it's not just the rooster sauce anymore. One of the most common ingredients, besides the peppers, is sugar. It is actually a fairly sweet hot sauce, but they went a different route, and they've got the agave nectar, so that's interesting to see. Distilled vinegar, garlic, salt, tangerine juice, and lime juice. I think I've mentioned before I'm a huge fan of lime juice, so that's a plus right there. And tangerines, I can't say for sure if I've ever actually eaten a tangerine, but I'm not opposed to it. And I think there was another sauce. It may have been the habanero sauce that Yellowbird does that I tried with some of my Marine buddies, and I think that one had tangerine juice too, if I remember right. So anyway, fairly interesting list of ingredients. Let's get this top off and take a whiff. It's a very pleasant aroma. It just has a smooth aroma, if that makes sense. It doesn't smell overly spicy, and it definitely has a nice hint of pepper. It smells good. And now, let's try a shot. And this is a fairly thick sauce, so I'm imagining that it's not all gonna flow down the gullet with this shot here, but bottoms up. It does have a little bit of spice, but I would definitely put this on the mild side. Heat-wise, I'm thinking probably like a 1 out of 5. Nice, entry level. Not bad at all. And it's got there is definitely a sweet note to it. And I think this would actually go good on a lot of different things. I don't know how many bottles of the rooster sauce sriracha I've gone through just on scrambled eggs. This I think would be really good there. And as far as just the sriracha style of hot sauce, there's only 2 that I've had so far. This one and the one with the rooster on it. To me, this one is a little smoother, if that makes sense. I know that's a weird word to describe hot sauce, because you usually hear that just as a way to describe alcohols and things like that. But it's not very harsh. It's just a nice, smooth, peppery taste. So far, so good. So let's try it on some food. Now, to me, sriracha has always been sort of a hot sauce for snacks. It's good on breakfast foods and stuff too, but I always see it at the food bar and gas stations and things like that. So we're gonna start off with a boiled egg rather than scrambled eggs, and it looks like I didn't get everything out in that shot, so we'll just pour some of that on. That is a delightful match for eggs. And I think this would go really well with any sort of like a hamburger helper type of food and breakfast burritos. This would go really well there. And I just love boiled eggs too, so that's just wonderful. And I mentioned that I think of sriracha as kind of a hot sauce for snacks. So in that light, we're going to try it on some Lunchables. So we've got some small Ritz type crackers. With some cheddar cheese and a little bit of ham. This would go really well on pizza too, especially like a Hawaiian pizza. I think this would go really well with the ham and pineapple. I forgot how much I like Lunchables. I haven't had one of those probably since 4th grade. That's actually pretty good. And then, just because I like to do things a little bit on the ridiculous side on this show, for our last entry, we're going to try the hot sauce on a Hostess Cinnamon and Sugar Crunch Donut. Is this a good idea? Probably not. But, you know, part of the point of this show is to explore what all of the world's hot sauces are good on and maybe what they are not so good on. So let's see how it does with a cheap dessert. Okay. That one's a little weird, but I suppose that is a predictable result. I'm not sure there would be any hot sauce that's good on a donut. But on everything else, this was outstanding. I wish I would have brought some other things to try this on. Some pizza, breakfast, burrito, those sort of things. I think this would go really well on. Now, as far as value goes, I think it was $5, if I remember right, at Walmart. And these aren't your standard 5-ounce bottles. This is a 9.8-ounce bottle. So that, I think, is a pretty good deal. It's nearly twice the size of your mid-range hot sauces. And, I don't know, for me, I'm going to say 4 out of 5 on the value side. I think that's a really good deal. And it's really tasty. Taste-wise, this is a tough one. Because I think out of the Yellowbird sauces so far, and I haven't reviewed all of them, I still need to do the ghost pepper, and I think the serrano. The jalapeno was exceptional. The habanero was really good too. I think because of how good it is, and just because I think it would be so good across the board for a variety of people and a variety of foods, taste-wise, I'm going like 4 out of 5. I think this is a really good sauce. I don't think I've had any yet that I have called 5 out of 5, but this is a very good sauce. So there you go, Yellowbird Blue Agave Sriracha. Very tasty, Highly recommended. Good value. And this leads me to believe that probably any sauce from Yellowbird is going to be really good. We'll find out as I get through the last couple of them. And I think that's really all there is to say. It's good. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my hot sauce reviews, please subscribe. And if you like this, hit that like button. If you know somebody who's into hot sauce, maybe share it with them. Say, hey, there's this weird guy I found on YouTube that drinks hot sauce. It might be entertaining or it's just stupid. Whatever. I appreciate the views. And we'll see you next week. Bye. But first, some more of this Lunchable stuff. Yeah, that one's a winner.